Hi everyone, welcome to the Stampin' Panda YouTube channel. I'm Miranda, the Stampin' Panda, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in the Somerset region of sunny Queensland, Australia. Today's video is a gatefold card using our new Stippled Roses bundle. So that's this bundle that comes with some dies as well, which I'll show you the dies in a second. So we're using this stamp set, the dies, and then we're using some designer series paper that you can earn for free when you purchase this bundle during celebration. So that's also very exciting. So these are the cards that I've made. I have got this one here, which is using Blackberry Bliss, Old Olive, and the designer series paper. And then this one here uses the same designer series paper, but this is the back side, and this is using basic black and Old Olive. So we're replicating this one today, but that is an alternative that you could also make with this. So the gatefold card works like this. You slide off the belly band and it opens out like so. So I will show you how I've made this. All of the measurements will be on my blog, which will be linked in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. There'll also be access to my PDF tutorial for this card in the description box as well. So I will show you how I made this, and let's get started. So I've got my cardstock here. Like I said, I'm using basic black. This is the designer series paper. And you will notice that one piece is slightly larger than the other, and that is because I cut the paper wrong. So I'm making a card to suit that wrong cut in the paper rather than wasting it. So normally you would fold this and the line would be in the center, like your join would be in the center, but I'm going to have my join slightly off-centered for this particular card, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to re-burnish these lines. So this one I have scored at what can we tell you? I have scored at 4.85 and 5.85 by the looks of this, rather than 5.75. So I've done 4.75. I don't know what I've done. I'll put the dimensions of what I've done for this particular offset card in the description box. In the interim, let's not stress about measurements. So that's going to be my card base. This is going to be my card insert, which I'm going to stamp the small rose down here in the bottom corner, which hopefully you can see on my screen. Then I'm going to stamp the large rose on a piece of scrap and cut it out, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here, and I'm going to assemble it all together. So I will do my stamping first. So I will stamp my small rose, just making sure that you can see, in Memento black ink to match with the cardstock. So it's always handy to store your tuxedo black Memento ink pad upside down. This keeps the ink at the top of the pad rather than it sinking down to the bottom. So just a little tip for you there. I'm pretty happy with that. Go. So I'll just set that to the side. I'll bring in my scrap, which is here, and we'll repeat that with the large rose stamp. For the larger images also, you may find it easier to stamp them up this way, especially these ones with such fine detail, so you can see where your ink is sitting on your stamp. looks pretty good. So it doesn't matter where you stamp this on the card, because we're going to cut it out. There we go. Let's pop that over to the side as well. Now I've finished with the black ink, so I'll put that aside. And then I'll bring in my die cutting machine, and we're going to use the Stippled Roses dies to cut this image out. So I'll give that a second to dry, and I will show you the dies. So these are the dies, plus that big one that I've already pulled out. So the leaves that I'm going to be putting on the front is this die here. So you'll see that shortly, but these all cut out images. These ones are extras, and these cut out images from the stamp set. So that's for that small flower that I stamped on the insert, and that's for some leaves that are part of the stamp set as well. So that's the dies. This is my die cutting machine. So this is the mini die cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to run this through now with plates 1 and 2. So I'm just going to line that up. Is that going to fit? Yeah, good. You can use like washi tape or post-it note tape to hold your die in place so it doesn't move. I just wing it and hope for the best. Just wing it and hope for the best, she says, as the die moves. Anyway, we'll see what we get on the other side. Oh, sent you all flying. Sorry about that. There we go, run that through. There we go, that's all done. Pop this out of the way. And there we go. So that's now all cut. Pop that to the side, scrap to the side, get those out of the way. There you go. So that's what our image looks like. These are those leaves that I was talking about. So I've already die cut these out of old olive. So they're for the belly band, that's for the belly band. The only other bit of stamping that we need to do is the greeting, which I've done in old olive to sort of tie it all together. So I've done congratulations, there's a happy Mother's Day, best birthday wishes, congratulations, and sending thanks, which are all part of this stamp set as well. So I'm just going to ink this up in old olive. There we go. And I'm literally just going to fussy cut that. So I will pause the video for a second so you don't have to watch me fussy cut, but I'm going to fussy cut out this and then glue it to some old olive scrap, and then I'm going to fussy cut it again to give us this little old olive border around our word. So I'll be back in a second once I've finished that. Okay, so I've cut out my word, and I'm literally just going to use liquid glue and adhere it to here, and then we're going to fussy cut again. So liquid glue, to here, and then fussy cut. So fussy cutting is just leaving like a little bit of a border around it. So I'm using our paper snips for this, and the best way to do fussy cutting is to move your paper, not your scissors. It gives you a bit more control over what you're doing, and you're less likely to get accidental snips where you don't want snips to be. So I'm trying to do this in camera view, but I also need to watch what I'm doing so I don't cut myself. But there you go. So that's that. So that's just a scrap of old olive, and that's our little word. So now we're going to, I'll just pop that to the side, we're going to assemble the card now. So this is my insert, so I'm just going to put liquid glue on the back of that. And then stick that inside here. Like so. And I'm going to attach my paper. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have this side up. So this is the pebbled path side of the paper. I'm going to have the calypso coral side up. So I'm just attaching that with liquid glue also. There we go, making sure my borders are even over here. Now for the belly band, the way that I did that is I've cut a 3 centimeter strip. So this is 3 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And I just literally am going to wrap it like this. I'm going to position my card over the top, gently bend around the sides here. It doesn't matter that it doesn't join up in the middle. It wasn't going to join up in the middle anyway. And then I just pull that and burnish it with the bone folder. And then I will stick this back in here. If I get it straight, there we go, that's looking a bit better. And you won't see this anyway, so I put a little bit of liquid glue here and a little bit of liquid glue there. And then position my rose how I want it. So my rose is going to go that way, so I'm going to just add a little bit more liquid glue either side here. And then my rose is going to go like so. And then while that's still wet, I'm going to pop a little bit of adhesive here on my leaves, slot them underneath here, wherever I sort of see fit. Just bearing in mind that if we do have any coming off the card like that, that they will not fit in a standard sized envelope. So just be careful of that. You may need to trim them down. And then I'm using mini dimensionals to attach my greeting. So here's my mini dimensionals. I'll just pop a couple of them on the back there. Stick that across the center there. And there you have it. That's how I made the gatefold card, and this belly band will just slide on and off nicely. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram through the links in the description box below. You'll also find links to the blog post that's associated with this project in the description box below. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.